Hi, third grade. Um, if you are on lesson 12.7, I'm sorry that I'm just loading it now. I had a hard time uploading the video earlier and I don't know what happened and then it got deleted. So I'm going to film it again and then upload this quickly so you have it. All right, so we are on lesson 12.7. That starts on page 735. And the lesson is called Describe Triangles. And our essential question is, how can you use sides and angles to help you describe triangles? Now, before we get started, let's review the different types of angles that we use to describe shapes. So I'm going to draw just here on the screen. So the first one that we learned is a right angle. Okay, where the two line segments meet, they make a 90 degrees, and we call this a right angle. Or an angle could be less than a right angle. So it means it's smaller than a 90 degree, or I'm sorry, smaller than a right angle, or an up angle greater than a right angle. So this angle here, if you kind of think about our straw again, this was a right angle, less than a right angle, greater than a right angle. So that's what we're going to be talking about today in our lesson. We are going to skip this part here with the straws. Okay. So not everyone has them. And I want you to turn the page and we're going to start on page 736. So it says ways to describe triangles. What are two ways to triangles can be described? So the first way, I'm looking right here on way 1. Triangles can be described by the number of sides that are of equal length. And when we say equal length, we mean two things that are going to be the same size. So we have triangle A, triangle B, E, C, and D. Oops. So we're thinking about which triangles have all three sides are the same length. So if we took a ruler and measured each side, it would all be the same length. So let's look at A. A, all three sides are the same length. So we're going to draw a line from this one here. It says 3 sides are equal in length. Yep, that would match A. If you look at B and E, those are all 3 sides are not the same, and the same with C and D. Okay. B and E. Our two options left are no sides are of equal length, or 2 sides are of equal length. So if we look at B, triangle B, this side and this side are the same length. And in triangle E, this side and this side are the same length. So this would be that 2 sides are of equal length. And then the last one, no sides are of equal length. If we look at this side on C and this side and this side, all 3 are different lengths. So none of those sides are the same. So that's how we would match those. So that's one way we can talk about triangles is are the 3 sides equal? Are some of them equal or none of them equal? Okay, another way is to talk about their angles. So like I just said, or like how we just reviewed, we have right angles, less than, greater than. So we're talking about the two sides. When they come together, they create an angle. So let's look at this first one. One angle is a right angle. Do you see any triangles here that have right angles? you're saying B and D do, you're correct. So some triangles can have one right angle. Let's look at the next one. One angle is greater than a right angle. Do you see any that have ones that are greater than a right angle? If you're saying C, that's correct. And then the last one, all three angles are less than a right angle. So if we're looking at A and E, they're showing you with these arrows here that they are all less than a right angle. So those are the two ways we can talk about triangles, their sides and then their angles. All right, go ahead and go to the next page. Okay, number 1. Write to the number of sides of equal length the triangle appears to have. So if we are looking at this triangle here, this side and this side, those look like they're the same size. That side there, no. So if we're talking about how many sides are of equal length, well, 2 sides have the same length. Okay, moving on. We're going to use triangle F, G, and H for numbers 2 through 4. So number 2, which triangle has one right angle? Think, is it F, is it G, or is it H? One right angle. If you said F, you are correct. This is the right angle. Okay, triangle has one angle greater than a right angle. Which of these triangles has an angle that's going to be greater than a right angle? Think. Okay, if you said H, you are correct. And that would be the angle that is greater than a right angle. And then number 4, triangle has 3 angles that are less. And if you're thinking G, you are correct. All 3 of these angles are less than a right angle. All right. So we're going to be doing that same thing using triangle K, L, and M. So triangle has one right angle and appears to have blank sides of equal length. So right away, we're looking for the triangle that has a right angle because that's what it's telling us to look for. And we can see there it is. And which 2 sides look like they're the same length? This side and that side. So that would be triangle M. And it has 2 sides of equal length. Okay, number 6. Triangle blank has 3 angles that are less than a right angle and appears to have blank sides of equal length. So do you think that's K or L? If you're thinking K, that's correct. And this triangle, this side, and this side are all the same length. So that would be 3 equal sides. Okay, and the last one, number 7. Oops. Okay, triangle 7. Oh, I'm sorry, number 7. Triangle blank has one angle greater than a right angle and appears to have blank sides of equal length. So, okay. So if we're looking for the angle that's greater, that would be this angle here. That is greater than a right angle. So we know that triangle L has one angle greater than a right angle. And it appears to have how many sides are the same length? Well, looking at this triangle, it doesn't look like any of the sides are the same. They are all different sizes. So 0 sides are the same length. Okay. We are going to skip to number 11. So I think you need to turn your page. Let's go to number 11. Let's read the directions. Write the name of each triangle where it belongs in the table. Some triangles might belong in both parts of the table. Some triangles might not belong in either part. So we're going to take all of these triangles and decide, do they go here, has one right angle, or has at least two sides of equal length? Let's start with, let's see, we'll start with P right here. Does P have a right angle? Yes. Does P have two sides that are the same length? Also, yes, this one and this one. Let's move to J. Does J have a right angle? No. Does J have at least two sides of equal length? Yes, all three sides are the same. So J, we can put over here. Because J doesn't have a right angle, it won't go on the left. Moving on to N. Does N have a right angle? You are saying yes. That's correct. Does N have any sides that are the same length? No. Okay, let's move on to Q. Does Q have a right angle? No. Does it have sides that are the same length? Yes. Okay, let's look at K. Does K have right angles? No. Does it have any sides that are the same length? Also no. So we won't put K on the right or the left side. And I'm going to put a little check mark next to the ones that we've done or looked at, so we don't need to go back and do it twice. Let's look at triangle M. Does triangle M have any right angles? No. Does it have any sides that are also the same length? No. Let's look at R. Does R have any right angles? If you are saying yes, you're correct. And does it have any sides that are the same length? Yes, those two look like they are the same length. Okay, triangle O. Does triangle O have any right angles? No. Does it have any sides that are of equal length? Yes, that side and that side. Okay, last one. L. Does triangle L have any right angles? Yes. Does it have any sides of equal length? No. All right. So let's look at your homework. You should be able to do all of these. Let's look at number 5. So move to your homework, number 5. It says Sierra made the triangle picture frame shown. How many angles are greater than a right angle? Let's circle the angles. Here's one, and here's one. Are any of those, there's our right angle, less than, greater than? Does it have any angles that are greater than a right angle? Or I'm sorry, no, it doesn't, right? So we would say 0. All of those are less than. Let's do number 4. Matthew drew the back of his tent. How many sides appear to be of equal length? So we're looking at the sides here. Well, this side and that side look to be the same. This bottom one, no. So we would say 2 sides appear to be of equal length. Okay. I do want you to do number 6. Draw a triangle that is 2 sides of equal length and one right angle. You have a ruler in your math book that I gave you, and you can use that to do this activity. So you should be drawing a triangle that has 2 sides of equal length. I'm gonna do my best to just draw. So I would say that this side and this side are the same and not that bottom one, but it will be easier with your ruler. And then a triangle that has one right angle. That would be the right angle. I'm just looking at the rest of your homework. All right. Okay, you should be good to go. If you have any questions, write them on Google Classroom. Okay, do your best. And remember to save all of this homework because you're going to be turning it back into me. So keep everything that you've been working on in that folder with your name, and that's what you can just give back to me on Monday. All right, third grade. Take care. Talk to you soon.